chairperson of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into delays in the prosecution of TRC cases, Justice Sisi Khampepe, says there will be a consultative meeting in the coming weeks on issues relating to the Commission's work. Khampepe says the Commission will have a sympathetic approach and bring in a number of stakeholders to consult on the inquiry's work. Interested people and institutions are encouraged to register for the engagement.
The TRC Cases Inquiry will adopt a more sympathetic, engaging and empowering approach, and as an important first step, the inquiry will bring together all interested persons and institutions to a pre-hearing meeting to agree on a program for the conduct of the inquiry's work and conclude on a timeline for all the procedural steps that are essential for the smooth running of the inquiry. This important consultative meeting will happen within the next 3 weeks, and all interested persons and institutions are invited to register their interest to attend this meeting.
Khampepe addressed the media at the Hector Peterson Memorial in Orlando West in Soweto today. In Newzroom Afrika, Zoleka Qodashe attended the briefing and joins us now live in studio. Zoleka, good afternoon to you. A busy day that you have had, but I think certainly for the families of those that are still waiting for answers as to why there have been delays to TRC cases, perhaps really welcoming what we were able to hear today.
That's correct, Naledi, and I think it'll be a busy time for those families and their loved ones as well as the country, as the country still grapples with these apartheid-era crimes. You'll know that the Commission is investigating whether there was any interference in the work of the National Prosecuting Authority in investigating and prosecuting these TRC cases. Now, that stems from that a settlement that was reached by the President and the 23 to 25 families in the High Court in Pretoria, where the establishment of the Commission was then promulgated by the President in May this year. Now, that's the task of the Commission, to probe whether there was any interference in the work of the Commission in investigating those TRC cases, and no doubt an important one for the country.
Yeah, of course, it's interesting this sort of process that we're going to see play out, right? This consultative process, and really some interest, I think, to see really how that's going to work.
The purpose of the process is to engage victims as well as their families or organizations that represent these families, to kind of sketch out the procedural aspects of the Commission. Now, the Commission has about 6 months to complete its work, and the purpose of the pre-hearing is to have engagements with affected parties in terms of the procedural aspects of the Commission, as well as the timeline as the Commission conducts its work. Now, that is what the retired Justice Khampepe says is in line with their sympathetic approach, in that there are people that are now quite advanced in their age, and they will be able to engage them in that process and see what input they would have as the Commission conducts its work. Yeah,
well, we'll be watching closely, of course, for that consultative process as they continue to ask other parties as well to register for the attendance. Thank you so much for that update. Zoleka Qodashe there, who was in attendance as we had the chairperson of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into delays in the prosecution of TRC cases holding that briefing.